Hello everybody, it's Bourbon Bill, and tonight, a very special episode, one of my favorite annual releases. Look the hell out. It's Bombergers 2024 release. I am pumped. So, before we get into it, it's 2023 Bombergers versus 2024. So I had to, that's all the comparisons are going to be tonight. Is 2023 versus 2024, is it a buy? That's what we're going to talk about tonight. And a controversy nobody has quite picked up on yet in their review. There's a couple reviews of the Bombergers floating around, but we're still pretty early to the game, okay? Here's the controversy. This 2024 label looks identical to the 2023, except it says 2024 instead of 2023. Okay, that's the only difference. They're both still 108 proof, compute 54% alcohol by volume. MSRP I think is 120 doll hairs. I think for both of them. So give or take 10 doll hairs, they're the same in price. You might say, Bourbon Bill, but what's the controversy? It's the fact that that's not what Bombergers told us they're releasing for 2024, and nobody's addressed it. Nobody. I'm going to put the picture up. Bombergers was supposed to release a red labeled Bombergers Culty barrel finish, which is some sort of like French culty wood, I don't know, some sort of weird wood. That was supposed to be Bombergers for 2024, and I was excited because they were kind of going away from what they've been doing. And that's the label they put out, and that's what everybody thought we were getting. And then we got this 2024, and it's kind of the same as the 2023. And you're like, what the hell? Michters? Owe us some answers. I doubt anyone from Michters is going to watch this video. But I want to know, Michters, what happened? Was the Culty barrel terrible tasting? You know, did you want to let it age longer? Or did you maybe decide you wanted to put it in a higher dollar label than Bombergers? Could be, because we know Michters is quite expensive these days in most things. This $120 hairs is relatively cheap for Michters. So what happened? Did it taste terrible? You think you're going to get more money for it, Michters? I mean, I just want to know. Because here's the facts. 2023 Bombergers and 2024, and really the preceding ones, right, are all Solera aged Chingapin oak. They're all finished in that Chingapin oak, which is air seasoned for 3 years, the staves of the oak, before they make it into a barrel. Then they toast and char to exacting specifications. That's what the website says. But 2023 was the first year that they used malted rye in the bourbon recipe. And you know what 2024 details say on the website? The special this year is we use malted rye in the bourbon recipe. So really 2024 is just feels like it was quickly introduced to make up for the fact that something happened with the Culty barrel finish. And that's all I want to say about that, is that there's something going on here. Okay, it is not what we're supposed to get for 2024. Be interesting to know what really happened. So any of you know, drop it down below. But without further ado, the 2024 color, it's decent. It's a decent color. Now, you should know, I'll link it above my review of the 2023. I love that sucker. In fact, I think I liked it better than like Michters 10-year bourbon from 2023. I know, shock, gasp right now, but the one I compared it to was not the A barrel, Michters 10 from last year. And here's the thing, Bombergers is genuinely, consistently good. Okay, it's consistently good. Michters 10 year has been a hitter in 2023, pretty good in 2024, but there's been some years where that stuff was like, drank like it was $40 hairs worth. Okay, it was terrible for some years. So, you know, Michters 10-year bourbon is not consistent. Bombergers usually is. So we're just going to say that. All right. On the nose. Man, does this smell good. A lot of sweet caramel notes coming to the top. And just a wall of fruit, which is what I remember digging about the 2023 release. It's like toasted nuts and fruit and caramel with like an underlying oak current. Wow, I mean, this just smells wonderful. Let's take a sip. Oh, it's so good. Oh my God. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Oh man, I need a second sip just to get my tasting notes in order. Wow. Another home run. Another home run for Michters. Whew. Okay, so you get a wall of fruit up front, caramel, toffee. It's like it's all there, wrapped in the front of the palate. You get some good like rye spice, baking spices throughout the middle, and then bam, we finish with like an oaky, mature goodness, well-seasoned oak, a little bit of leather, touch of tobacco, some baking spice in the finish. The finish is amazing. It goes on and on. But it's a transition from like fruit caramel bomb to like oak and leather bomb at the end. That is just amazing. Bombergers nails it every year. A++ rating for Bourbon Bill. Definitely worth a pickup at $120 here. Again, like always, I'll just tell you, this is batch 24 for the year 2024. F2281 and bottle 1006 of 2041. So this is one batch, okay? They make multiple batches of each release. So there's not just 2041 barrels floating around, or bottles. There's more than that. Man, that's good. Now, that kind of conglomeration of mature and fruity was what I believe I loved about 2023. So let's revisit, for a comparison just for you, 2023 on the nose. Oh, 2023 just smells a little bit older on the nose though, okay? There's a wall of fruit here, but the oak and like baking spice note is a little punchier. But to be fair, the 2023 has been open for like a year, and I just opened the 2024. It rested like 15 minutes. So that could just be an open versus neck pour type of deal. There's a little bit of toasty notes on the 2024, like a toasted nut note that is not present on the 23. That's all I'm going to say about that. No, but noses are probably equal, but I might edge the 2023 nose, to be honest, but because I just dig that little bit extra oldness coming through on the nose of the 23. Down the hatch on the 23. Oh, man. Oh, I forgot how good that 23 is. Oh. Oh, man, that's going to be so tough. The 2023 has the wall of fruit again, has the caramel, has the oak, like the well-seasoned oak. The well-seasoned oak, though, starts at the front and carries through all the way to the finish, okay? But it doesn't ramp up at the finish, but it's there all the way through versus the 2024. Back to the 2024. This is going to be, I think it's going to be a dead draw for me. Okay. They're nearly identical. I can't, I can't give one or the other the win. Very similar in profile. I think they're both fantastic. Look, the 2023 made my list of top 10 bourbons of the year for 2023. I believe the 24 will as well. Okay, both A++ bourbons, both killer good. There's just minute differences in them. But considering I think it's kind of a draw, and that's a neck pour of the 24, I think the 24 is going to ultimately edge out the 23 once it gets a little more airtime. But I wanted to get this to you while it was fresh, hot off the press for you. Most of these videos I do the shanks and the Bombergers, but I didn't get a shanks yet for 2024. So if someone has a sample of the 2024 shanks, go ahead and send it. Preferably with a sample of the 23 because I don't have any of that left. But I'd love to do that comparison for you guys as well. But I almost always prefer the Bombergers over the shanks. Just saying. I've never felt the shanks was as good. Just never have. And I know last year a lot of people thought the shanks was better. I didn't. I was not part of that group. Okay. I think the Bombergers is always better. The proof's better, but just the flavor it delivers is almost always better. The shanks is just too watered down for what it is. It's just not as interesting. That's just my... Not that the shanks isn't good. It's still good. Don't get me wrong. But for the price point, shanks to me is almost always a pass. The Bombergers is still continuing to be a buy here in 2024. So, you know, oddly enough, guys, how much Michters did you see in my collection video? If you didn't watch that, go watch it. Like none, except for this Bombergers. Like I never get Michters. Like I never get any other Michters bottle I've never gotten. Never. Not because I don't really try, but like, I don't get the opportunity. You know, I just don't. I almost always get the opportunity to get a Bombergers every year. So, does that mean there's more of these? Maybe, but honestly, these are better than a lot of the other Michters releases. So, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you about that. If you like what you saw, though, please like, comment, subscribe. Consider joining our Patreon group. See you next time. Have a good evening, everybody.